All right, welcome back, guys. Right, so after your break and all that, don't sleep, wake up, okay? We have a little bit more of module to go. Okay, so to start our session number 3, which is module 3, and also to get you back in the mood after your break, let's do some energizer activities first. We call this energizer. Basically, it's an activity to freshen you up and prepare you for the training again. Okay, so for energizer, okay, it will be an activity. Okay, the activity, let's just call it a personal networking activity. So what you're going to do now is you guys stand up, okay, and then you are going to find someone, find a partner that you didn't partner before just now. So just now, like you're one group, right? Go and find someone, okay, or whoever it is lah. Two of you will share with each other a fun fact about yourself. Okay, so the fun fact, okay, let me help you a little bit lah. It can be about basically anything. Maybe something that you have on you, okay, or maybe something that happened to you that is interesting or you think is interesting to other people. Okay, for example, one fun fact that I recently heard in also one of the trainings is there is this girl who said that I'm a King Scout. You know what is a King Scout? Yeah, so I'm a King Scout. Right? Then she starts sharing her story about how she passed the examination and assessment for the King Scout. She has to stay outside in the wild for, I forgot, a few days or something like that. And then they were asked to make some tools, and then they have to build a tent. And then at the end of it, someone will come and assess her tent, okay, whether it's built properly or not, and then whether she collected enough items to make tools on her own. So she shared that story. It was very interesting. Suddenly everybody so excited about it. Okay, so you get into pairs, you share a fun fact about yourself, and it has to be a conversation. Yeah, it's not like, Ben, I tell you I have this thing. And then Ben said, oh, I also tell you I have this thing. Then, and okay, it needs to be a conversation, okay? You ask questions to each other, find out more about each other, talk about other things. Just chit-chat only, okay? So after that, maybe after some time, I may say switch. So if I say switch, then you need to find someone new, and then you need to share a fun fact about yourself with the new person again. Okay, so go. Right, find a friend. Don't be at the behind because the camera can see you. So maybe like two of you come here, two of you can go there, like that. You can sit or stand, it's okay. Yeah, come on.
So like, I heard you a story about how I decided to cosplay. So, but I actually need to reason behind that. Because like, can you guess like how do I decide to be positive all the time?
You like all the time?
Yeah. When something happened that make me realize, okay, whatever happens, I try to be positive.
But with now in food, but me like
Yeah.
okay.
Or is it
Okay.
Just something happened.
Yeah, we also have.
You know,
Because I heard like some people from different countries, they don't really like the fish sauce or anything. So what type of food that you use the fish sauce normally?
Every day. Any kind of like braised chicken, braised pork, or any kind of food. We can put the fish sauce in for cooking or just eat raw.
Like with rice and then you add the fish sauce.
So fast, and there's so many wrong on both sides when that's one, and then like seep into the water together.
It's usually like everything that
She doesn't know how to swim. And that time you realize that okay, that is so
in Thailand we
close
also
to
use
just one moment. That one everything like okay, we can
maybe similar like Europe, like we can just
so
fish sauce but not
after that I
everything
realized
food or
okay,
you made with
it's so rare to
But
be
you know,
alive
like
again.
in Thailand,
Yeah.
So I decided
whenever
to
you
be
go,
positive all the time.
After experiencing
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
best, then you felt like you have to appreciate
Yeah,
whatever is
actually,
given.
I experienced two guests in that time, only me and my wife, and also the coach. Coach, because like for that's why we need two coaches on the boat to control the canoes,
maybe with one
and then
rice,
really dangerous. And the
but the
water
pork
is
is
so
the best
fast.
you
At that time, one of the coaches
pork,
he quoted
chicken,
that
or
because
something like that.
imagine
But
this
it kind
small
of
over here,
spicy.
and the road was
But they
so
always
fast,
serve
he was
with
small,
the
and he sits
beside
right here.
Yeah.
He does one move or nothing.
So when we eat together, and we just
So
eat a little bit
besides
of
from being
pizza.
positive, does it also
Gonna
give
be
you
served.
to become
So if you like to cook, maybe you can just do like potluck or something like that.
I think I'm not a person who can overthinking that. Just never had a problem and try
The
to
pizza
like
and
simple
chili.
one thing is that
And
for me
then
sometimes I like make very
Some
bad
of them
mistake
they
in the word.
modify by adding garlic, but it's like you know, just like the beside the fruit itself.
Talking about food.
Yeah,
Mm. Okay. So you like fish sauce, I heard.
like
Is
in,
it?
actually in Southeast Asia we use like a fish sauce for the base of most of the food, but in Malaysia I think they use like a soy sauce.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't really use fish sauce.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We rarely eat fish sauce. I would say it's not like we don't like it, but somehow it's not.
The smell, right?
For me, it's okay. Maybe some people don't like it, but somehow, yeah, very few people eat
But
fish
but I
sauce.
also heard like fish sauce from Vietnam it tastes better. I don't know at some point.
Okay. Well, we can try next time.
keeping my old friends.
That's
My energy is more into like making new friends rather than keeping my old friends.
yeah. It's we have very long distance to
But my one is my cholesterol percent is higher than average.
Even when we don't really have like common topics to talk about, so I think that's what's making me like, you know, get further away from my older friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never experienced that, but there's some movie that I watch. There's some character that like the experience in this, and then there's some Western movies, I think the US one, and then there's a guy.
Okay, guys, switch now. Find new partner. I see you all like to chit chat, but it's a good thing. Okay, find new partner to chit chat. Continue. Okay.
Do you want to join?
I did. Yeah, I did join for a little bit because, but mainly I want to let you talk. Huh?
Oh.
We know a lot of each other.
Let me see what you guys will talk about.
Okay, like just now you told us that okay, everybody will just you, right? So why you think that the case for you? Like what if your personal brand and make other people kind of like believe in you?
I think the most important thing is I keep secret for them. You know, everyone they have their own secrets, own side that they want to hide.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the first thing I keep secret for them. And the second thing I always try to find a solution.
Give them advice, right?
Because I also feel bad. Not like a cancer, but like when you just bring it up like that, so you feel like
But that's so rare. But so rare to have somebody that you know that you want to trust them, right?
Both of us are friends.
So to have that feeling, but right now.
Actually, Sergey invited all the other colleagues to my place on Tuesday, like
Tuesday just passed.
next week.
Oh, next week. Okay.
Like I told everyone, like stop saying that you want to come to my place. Like you can come to my place anytime. Just you guys, I'm not inviting you guys. You guys set a date and just let me know which date you're coming. I'm gonna prepare things for you.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah,
So gonna be next Tuesday
yeah. Next Tuesday, everyone, all the Korean teams are coming to this place.
for it. You want to join?
Someone also invited me something on Tuesday,
Wow.
So
Yeah.
but
Where is
I
it?
will think about it.
We got the plan to eat noodle
Outside, not here, but outside the
next
office.
to the office.
Yeah,
What they call?
but that's not Tuesday, right? It's
Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure.
Wednesday. It's Wednesday, but on Tuesday also someone told me to go somewhere else.
So we talk about the food.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
your station is always food.
Yeah.
Just now also. Okay,
So
carry on.
you're
Continue.
You have to be.
fun fact, just now I told you about my story.
So
Because like
when
I think
we're
like
planning to
it's,
use my
it's
brain,
better if
I
you
haven't
try
seen
if you
the
can be positive in all the
situation.
situation that you been through. Because what you know, like what should happen already. You cannot fix us. So
True.
we shouldn't wait time with that. So just try to be positive and move forward. Yeah, just now like I do some mistakes, some minor mistakes on the stars, and then carry on. See, say, hey, how can you make that mistake? I can positive. I'm positive. I'm positive. I told her that. Sorry, that's my mistake, and then like kind of like I don't feel right anymore because for some people they really kind of like sorry mistake. They know they make mistake and then they feel sad all day.
But in your, I remember in your strengths test, you are, I forgot what the word is, okay, but you are a reflector. You learn from your past mistakes, right?
Yeah, we do. Actually, like I don't say about that, but I kind of like remember that I made that mistake and try not to make that again.
Okay,
That's
good.
something that like
Yeah, good.
Karen told me.
That's good.
I know that you like it.
Okay. All right, guys, time's up. Okay. I hope you guys manage to share your fun fact with both parties, not just one party keep talking and dominating the conversation. Okay, you can go back to your seats right now. Yeah, so maybe Rita, what fun fact do you learn from other people? Just now you partner with Rong Fa and then Ben, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you learn about both of them?
I learned from Rongfa that we come from different countries, but we have the same culture in food culture. Yeah. So when I can see the similarity between me and her.
I see. So the fun fact is both of you share the same fun fact, right?
And about Ben, like he's very good at like learn from his mistake. That's the things we keep practicing every day for a better self.
Very good. Okay, maybe this side, someone want to try? I'll let you guys volunteer lah. Who wants to share fun fact?
You go.
Rong Fa.
Yeah, just now I have a talk with
I will
Rita.
go for you.
Yeah, Rita and also Sochung, and I'm so impressed that Sochung. I asked her about like how her experience when she had to move to so many cities in her life, and she shared that it's very hard for her to maintain the relationship because they have to be very long distance and very hard to maintain that. So for me, like I can elaborate because for me it's very hard for me myself to maintain my relationship in Vietnam. Yeah, like when I been here, I have a lot of friends, but right now, like when they get married, they invite me, but I don't have any leave anymore to come back to join their wedding, so the relationship is not good anymore. So kind of like empathy for her story.
I see. Okay, maybe lah. I was just thinking, since if the friend is really good with you, then maybe you can try to send him or her a small gift to wish them for their wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to share?
Yeah, also about Rita.
Rita keeps secrets. I heard just now.
Yes, Rita she keeps secret, and the other thing that she shared that her secret to be a trustworthy person. The first thing is about keeping secret for other people, and the second thing is that she tried to figure out what is the solution for her friend scenario, and then by giving her her advice, she can earn respect and then can kind of like be trustworthy again. That's something that I should
Okay.
learn.
Not bad. Something that you should learn. Okay, so we now know the secrets of Rita's successful personal branding. Her leading attributes: trustworthy, keep secrets, give advice. Okay.
Very clear.
Yeah, very clear summary, huh? Okay, so I see you guys really enjoyed talking to each other. Okay, so without further ado, let's go to module number 3 now. Just 1 second. Okay, so module number 3, okay, is about crafting a lasting first impression. Okay, so first impression, I would say that it's like the first thing about personal branding, because every time when you meet the person for the first time, first impression comes to mind. 3-second rules again, right? So it's like the first step of personal branding. Okay, so in this module, we are going to learn about how do you differentiate what is a positive and what is a negative first impression. Right, so there are a lot of things that you will do and may do when you're speaking to the person, especially in the first time, right? And these actions or the verbal cues that you give to the person, sometimes intentionally or unintentionally, it may send a good message. Sometimes it may send a wrong message as well, right? Maybe you are not defensive, but you appear to be defensive to the person. Maybe in the way that you say it, your tone, or maybe your body language. Okay, so we differentiate positive and negative first impression. And then next we learn about the 5 elements of effective first impression. Or just now, module 1, you learn the 8 key components of personal brand. Now, if you want to build a first impression, a good one, right, what are the 5 elements you need to follow? And then thirdly, we'll learn about strategies for establishing rapport. Do you know what is rapport? You heard of the term or you saw the term before? No. Okay, never mind. Rapport is basically, to explain it very simply, is a mutual, is a situation where you are mutually understanding and mutually connected with one another. Usually, it's not talking about physically, but more mentally. Like you feel that I know what Ben is thinking right now. Or you feel that, okay, I can relate to Sojong's idea. It's a little bit like empathy. Okay, so building rapport, right? So why you need to build rapport? Very simply, if you want the person to like you, okay, you must appear that you also like him back first. Okay, then he can trust you. He will be more open to tell you his feelings, his ideas, or any other conversation that you are having with the person. Okay, so now let's proceed with the first exercise. It's called the first impression exercise. Okay, what I will give you is, I will give you this paper. It is a checklist. Okay, it is a checklist about the different things or different actions that you may or may not have done. Okay, so you, one person, one piece. Okay, so you remember the networking event just now. Okay, so now you need to think back of what you did when you speak to your friend just now, your 2 friends just now. Okay, so you need to think check the checklist, and then you just take yes or no for the things that you have done just now. Okay, so if let's say you see the action, keep eye contact with the person, then just now you think back, oh, when I speak to Rong Fa, yeah, I maintain eye contact, then you put yes. Okay, and then cross your arms. If you did that, okay, put yes as well. Okay, so just put yes or no. Okay, be truthful with yourself lah, whether you did that intentionally or unintentionally just now. Okay, for those who finish, let me explain first lah. At the very bottom, there are 2 questions. How many yes did you have for questions 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12? And then how many yes did you have for questions 2, 6, 8, 10, 13, 14, and 15? So you just need to count lah, okay, whether you got put yes or not, and just put number. Simple only. Okay, so take some time to do this. Okay, no need to rush. Think back of what you did earlier. Ben and Rungfa very tidy. Put the number there. Yeah, easy to count. Huh? Okay, let me know when everyone finished. Finish, right? Finished. Okay. You finished? Okay, Rita, you finished? Okay, good. Everybody finished. Okay, so now this checklist is basically, if you pay attention, it's a checklist of positive and negative first impression. Simple as that. Okay, so now let's look at each one on the item. Okay, you know whether you did it or not just now lah. Okay, where be truthful with yourself and you fill it up, and we'll go through each one, and then we will see whether it's good or bad. First impression. Simple as that. Okay, the first one, keep eye contact with the person. This is good or bad? Good. Okay, second one, cross your arms. Positive or negative? Negative. Why negative? Looks aggressive. Yeah, looks like you're not interested. Looks defensive also, right? If you are somehow, you argue, right, halfway when you are talking to the person, then you look very defensive, okay? Difficult to agree with you lah. Okay, say the person's name. It's positive. Everybody agree?
Yes.
Okay, why positive? Respect the person. Show respect to the person. Okay, yeah, so say the person's name is positive, but not excessively. Not like every sentence I say, Ben, I tell you, then Ben. Okay, then that is annoying. Okay, but if you say the person's name, yeah, very aggressive also sometimes. Yeah, if you say the person's name at the right time, it's like calling out to the person, right? So if sometimes if you talk too much, okay, or there are a lot of content that you want to deliver to the person, right? You call the person's name, it's like calling them out, then suddenly they wake up and pay attention, right? So it's like also some kind of a mental cue, right? And also usually people like to hear their own name, right? So if you say the person's name, especially if the person has a difficult name or a long name, then he or she will feel like you actually pay attention to me because you can remember my name, right? So it's positive. Nod your head when listening to the person. Positive or negative? Positive?
Yes, positive.
Positive. You look like you have a different opinion. Confused. Okay, tell us why you're confused. Tell us why you're confused.
Because I'm not sure is it positive or negative side. Like when you have something concern like
When you have a concern.
with the person you talk to,
Okay,
like that.
I see. Yeah, actually, nod your head is positive, right? So because, okay, when you nod at someone, it means that you agree. Yeah, you understand, you agree, right? So nodding your head is actually positive. In fact, I do not know whether you guys realize or not. Just now, I purposely did something. When I say nod your head when listening to the person, nobody gave answer first. There was a short pause. Then I did this. And then Ben and Rongfa say yes, positive. Because why is a non-verbal cue. When you talk to someone, you want people to agree with you, you talk to the person and you say, Rongfa, we can do this. The person will agree. It's a non-verbal cue, okay? I'm not saying that guarantee it will happen, but it's like sending a message and
My body language.
yes, exactly, and trying to get the person to agree you. Short technique, okay? So nodding your head is agreeable, so positive. Next one, ask questions. I ask you a question, Is it good?
Yes.
Is it, yeah. So in a way okay, it's a positive first impression because you appear interested in the person, right? You want to listen to the person, so you ask them more. Oh, so this is what happened. Okay, what about later on? Okay, what about that? Okay, so asking questions is good. And then speak very loudly, good or bad.
But
Okay, anybody got different opinion? It's okay. Share why you think is good or why you think is bad.
I think it depends on the
Depend on the context.
conversation, yeah,
Mm.
context
Okay.
and situation.
Okay, depends on the situation, depends on the context. Okay, do you think it's good or a negative first impression?
I think it's negative.
You think it's negative. Okay. So speak very loudly is actually negative. Okay. If you speak too loud, actually you may appear annoying to some people. Right? Not everybody can be so hyper all the time. Most people they are just average. Some people maybe they introvert. I mean, speaking clearly is good, but if you speak very loudly until the person next door also can hear you, like just now, right? It's not good. Okay. Okay, smile. Positive or negative?
Positive.
Okay, everybody agree positive lah. Smile. Okay, next one. Keep your hands in your pocket.
Negative.
Yeah, generally it is negative, okay, because there are a few impressions that you may give to the other person, okay. It's either you are not so interested, okay, or maybe sometimes you lazy or don't care, okay. But for some people, it's a way of relaxing, okay, but actually it's a very bad habit lah, okay. So it's not really good, keeping your hands in your pocket. Okay, next, listen attentively. Positive, negative, positive. Yeah, of course, it is positive, right? Listen properly, practice active listening. Okay, use filler words such as actually, generally, basically. Okay, what do you think?
For me, it's good.
It's good.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But doesn't look like professional.
Doesn't look professional.
Yeah, same opinion.
Same opinion.
But also depends on the context.
Depends on the context.
Yeah, time to think, right?
Yeah, and depend on the people who are you talking to.
Okay, what do you think?
I agree that what Rupa says. I don't think it's very.
Don't think it's very bad.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not a very good thing. Okay. Again, it's a habit of some people to usually say and usually people who would do this, right? They do it quite often. Okay, it becomes a habit. Yeah. Actually, yes, and actually like this. Okay, basically this is what happened. Or generally I think, yeah. Yeah, I mean it is a proper English word, but you need to control the usage. You use it only where it's appropriate. Okay, so a simple technique, if this is you, okay, you want to try to reduce your ums, your ahs, you can try to replace the ah actually with silence. But it takes practice. Like for example, you want to say, okay, then you just take a, then you just pause, take a deep breath, and then you say what you want to say. Just say the word out in your mind. It takes a bit of practice lah, okay? But generally it's not so good because again, like you said, right, it sometimes may seem unprofessional. Yeah, it may seem unprofessional. Like when you are chit-chatting with your friends, maybe they don't mind. But if today you're speaking with someone important, some people, they are a bit particular about this. Okay, offer a firm handshake. Positive. Of course, always, but don't squeeze the person's hand. Okay, just be firm enough. Okay, hold the person with your entire palm, not your fingers. Okay. All right. Vary your tone. Positive. Positive. Yeah. Of course, you need to sound interesting. If you speak so monotonous all the time, everybody sleeps. Right. Yeah. Vary your tone. Also, when somebody tell you something exciting. Right? You should show your excitement. Again, you need to build rapport with the person. Okay? You need to resonate with the feelings of the person. Speak very softly, opposite of speak very loudly. Good? It's good?
Yeah.
Positive. You?
I think it's so-so.
So-so
Yeah.
means you think it's negative lah.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, you?
It is bad.
It is bad.
Yes.
What about you? What do you think?
I think so.
So-so. Means no good. Negative first impression. Is it? So-so means you do not know or you think it's a negative first impression.
49% negative.
49% negative, 51% positive. Actually, just now speak very loudly is negative, right? Speak too softly also is negative. Okay, let me tell you another story. I remember from a very long time ago. That time I was doing customer service, pick up phones and all that. Then there was this colleague, right? She speaks very softly, but that is her nature. She speaks in a very gentle way, right? But is actually not good. Okay, so the trainer at the time also commented that, okay, whatever that you said makes sense, but the way that you say it is very soft. It sounds unconvincing. So if you speak very softly, it feels as if you are not confident or you are scared to speak up. Okay, so we need to vary our tone, try to control the volume.
So it means it depends on the role that you are playing also, right? It's not every role.
Yeah, but generally speaking, for working professionals, like in office professionals, right, in general businesses, like not a nurse or something like that, okay, you need to speak with a firmer voice, okay, rather than a softer voice. But of course, if you are a caretaker or something like that, then a softer tone may actually work better with your clients. Okay, and then touch your own face. What do you think? Touch your own face when you're speaking.
Negative.
Negative. Okay, why negative?
So you are boring.
Show you are boring.
Interesting.
Unhygienic.
Looks unhygienic. Okay. Any other reason you think it's negative?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of distracting.
Distracting. Yeah, actually what you guys said are correct. If someone, okay, if you just do like this for a little bit, it is okay. It is normal. But if someone, they often do this, which I have seen before, it gets very distracting because you can't help but you want to look at what they are doing with their face. Okay, and then also it looks unhygienic, right? Because as you guys know, right, the face is one of the place with the softer skin on your body, right? So if you touch it, right, it looks as if like you are putting dirt on your face and things like that. Okay, last one, interrupt the person when they are speaking. is this positive or negative?
100%.
100% negative, Ben says. Of course, yeah. Okay, so very good, 100% negative. Okay, and I see your scores. Basically, everybody score very high on the first question, right? So if you look at the checklist, the first question, okay, if you put yes, it means that you practice positive first impression. If you put the second question, right, you have yeses for any of those, then it means that you practiced something that will portray negative first impression. Okay, so very good. All of you are advanced in portraying a positive first impression. So for those that you didn't do so well, it's okay. Remember and try to practice to change it. Okay, so that it will become better next time. Okay, so we have a quote here. Okay, so the activity earlier is basically a small test, right? To see whether you channel the channel positive first impression or not. Okay, and then this Dale Carnegie, do you guys know who Dale Carnegie is, or at least heard of the name? Never.
I have heard of his name.
You have heard of his name, but you do not know who that is.
He wrote a book.
Yes, he wrote a book. He wrote a very, very famous book many, many years ago before any one of us were born. It was the best-selling book, and I think even until today. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. In the book, basically, he lists down some principles about what you can do so that you can make people like you, right? So he said that you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. So the purpose of portraying a positive first impression is so that you appear that you are so interested in the other person or whatever that they are saying, so that they also like you back. Okay, so that is what this is saying. That is why having a very positive first impression is important for any one of us to do. Okay, whether today you have a perfect elevator pitch or not, okay, at least the way that you behave, okay, the way that you act or you dress needs to be proper and suitable for the occasion. All right. Okay, next slide. Okay, so for the next slide, we are going to learn about the power of brand. Okay, so this is basically the second section, I think. The second section in our module 3 is the 5 key elements of a positive first impression, right? So how do you remember what is the 5 key elements of positive first impression? You remember brand, the word brand. So if you can do BRAND, okay, most likely you are on the right path to portraying a positive first impression already. Okay, does anyone want to make a guess, maybe, what BRAND is? Yeah, what do you think?
Be yourself.
Be yourself. Depends on what kind of person you are. Okay, but it's not entirely wrong, but that's not the answer.
Broaden your experience.
Broaden your experience. Okay, good try, good try. Like, anyone wants to try? Maybe you do not know B, you want to try A also can.
For remember.
R for remember. Not exactly. Okay, never mind, it's okay. Yeah. Okay, everything is a learning experience. Now you have activity again. Okay, so now again, okay, it's activity cards. Okay, so get into a pair. Okay, so just now you pair like this, so I think now you can pair this way. If you think it's too far, you can move, like, it's okay, but just be careful of these things. Okay, so each one of you will get one set of the cards, and what you are going to do is, in the cards there is the BRAND, and then you need to match the words to the definition. Okay, you can take Let's just take 10 minutes for this. Okay, now you know what BRAND is.
Yeah. Okay, that kind of resort food. Yeah. Resort. Should we just run? Okay, I can get this one. Resort food. I think like for me, this one. Because like trying to show them interest when talking to someone. How are you? Yeah.
But I'm so educational
Mm.
and resourceful.
Okay, that's
And
the reason.
also, this is very interesting.
That reason like we are here.
A?
Yeah.
How?
This one.
So this will be okay with this.
For the
Okay.
life
So
story,
3, right?
your talking about.
Yeah.
Mm.
And naturally, we don't have interest in
Wow, that side sharing story already.
What happened?
But do human being
Okay, let me know when you guys finished.
do like it? You kind of like uneven. How to say that? Yeah, for
I also don't feel
for
it right.
for every relationship, yeah, maybe you need to like set the priority. Something in a relationship can be a man or just like some stranger or something like that. Yeah. And then after that prevent me to make more new friends. Yeah, we do the same with this one, right?
I think what's more difficult than socializing with new people,
Mm.
I think I find it more difficult to actually follow up diligently with the relationship that you already have.
Mm.
It is more, you have to spend your energy more.
I understand the
Oh.
feeling.
Very,
Yeah.
very good. Later you guys can share, huh? Can?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, confirm? Confirm,
Final
ah?
answer.
Final answer. Okay, great. Come on, let's go back to our seats for now. Okay, maybe you guys can put in the middle, then
Yeah.
both of you can see, huh? Okay, just put here for now.
I feel like if you put
Oops.
here so nobody can see.
You mean put here, nobody can see, or put here, nobody can see?
Put here.
Put here, nobody can see.
You are the only one who can see. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay.
Okay, if cannot see, you can take back lah.
Mm.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
thought maybe both of you can share. Okay, now let's check your answers. What is BRAN and D? Okay, B.
Be interested.
Be interested. Okay, so the definition, what do you put? Ask thoughtful questions. Ask thoughtful questions. Correct. Ask thoughtful questions to show genuine curiosity when meeting another person, right? So as I said, how do you portray a positive first impression? One of the ways in your checklist is to ask questions, right? So when you ask questions, it appears as though you want to know more about the person, right? Be interested, right? So the person feel like they have your attention, okay? Then they will like you back. Okay, so give attention to the other person before you discuss about your own needs and goals. Okay, so this is again another technique when communicating with another person. Listen more than you want something from them, right? People like to talk about their own stories. It is normal, but there is a time where you talk about yourself. There is a time where you listen first. Okay, R. What is R?
Resourceful.
Resourceful. Okay, resourceful definition.
Be willing, be helpful.
Be willing to be helpful. Okay, very good. Be willing to be helpful. Gather information during your conversations with people and offer assistance or solutions based on that. And who does that very well? Give advice, offer solution to other people, right? Resourceful and help to find some ways to help the person. Okay, but when you do this also, again, everything is a balance. So too much of something is no good, too little of something is also no good. If the person just wants to talk, not asking for feedback, don't give unsolicited feedback lah. Okay, so sometimes some people, they just want to tell you this and that happened to me, but they don't want your solution. They are not looking for solution. So you, if you know the person, then over time you will be able to identify what you want, what the person wants. Okay, third one is A. What is A? Authentic, exactly. And definition, your intention and actions should align with your true values and priorities. Okay, your intentions and actions should align with your true values and priorities, right? So you need to be real, okay? Don't portray an image that is not you, okay? So whatever that you want to do, like today you want to show yourself as a very good digital marketer, okay? Maybe you have a company in digital marketing, right? You want to be someone who is expert, right? Your intention and actions must be based on goodwill, okay? True values. Don't tell people something that you're not lah. Okay, and avoid presenting yourself as someone that you're not for the sake of impressing others, because people will know one. Okay, if you don't sound convincing, okay, people can detect it. Or even if they don't detect it in the first time, after a while, they will be able to sense it. Okay, so don't say something that you're not, be authentic. And N is, notoriously grateful. Okay, so notoriously grateful definition.
Always express gratitude.
Always express sincere gratitude. Okay, notoriously, this word, not sure whether you guys have seen it lah. Basically, it means you are so very, very, very grateful, something like that. Okay, so be grateful all the time for the attention that other people show to you, right? So appreciate every opportunity to connect with another person, right? So by being grateful, I'm not saying that you have to hold the person's hand and then like thank him so much like he's God or anything, right? That's not what I mean. But be like in your heart, you need to know that when you meet this person, okay, there is something that maybe you can bring to him or he can bring to you, right? So you need to appreciate that opportunity, right? Because once that opportunity goes away, it may not come back. Okay, it's like doing sales lah. If you try to sell Rongfa something today, she doesn't want to buy. Chances are the next time you try to look for her, she will not answer your phone, right? So yeah, same thing as well, right? So you need to appreciate every opportunity, right? Really take full advantage of the opportunity to really build a relationship with that person, even though it's only just for a while. Okay, and the last point in brand, okay, how you stand out with a positive first impression, D is diligent with follow through. And the definition is maintain your new relationships beyond the initial interaction. Continue growing them by finding reasons to reconnect, right? So it's no point if you know a person, then you just touch and go, right? So in order for you to be able to capitalize and make the most of your personal brand and also to build up your personal brand, you need connections, right? So follow up with the person. If you think that this person can help you or you can do something with that person, try to follow up with the person, right? Even if it's just for tea or anything like that, okay? Okay, so diligent with follow through. Just now, Sojong was saying something that you were telling a story to Ben. You want to share?
I was telling Ben that I find it more difficult to follow up with the networks that you already have rather than meeting new people and getting to know like new people. I feel like it's more energy consuming. Is it only me or do you also agree with me?
Okay, Ben agrees that it's quite difficult to do the follow up. Same? Depends, huh? You have a lot of friends, huh? No problem. Yeah, okay. So Sojong was saying that doing a follow through is more difficult. Yeah, but then if you want to leave an impression on someone, okay, you want them to remember you for a longer term, not just for one session of a dinner or something. Yeah, you have to practice on that lah. Okay, so a follow up. Okay, think of it, maybe, I'm not sure whether this works for you, but sometimes maybe you can think of it as an investment for yourself, right? There are things that you want in life for sure. Everybody has, right? So when you invest in these relationships, maybe the person can bring you something. Some friends, they are good for fun, right? Some friends, they are good for work. And some friends, they may, they like to give you gifts. I don't know. Yeah, so there are many purposes where why you want to know someone, right? So in a professional setting, then of course maybe you're looking for a job. Okay, some people they want promotion, but they can't find it in the current company and things like that. Yeah, this is how you get something at least. And why you need to do a follow through, because honestly you never know when the person will appear. Yeah. So I remember there was this long time ago, there was this one job that asked for virtually every referral in every company that I've been to, one referral for every company. Okay, yeah, it's real, and I managed to find it simply because I do this diligent follow through. I go and yum cha, yum cha sometimes with some of my friends. Okay, maybe they've already moved on to another company. Right, some of them maybe they have maybe they found a better position, okay, or they started a new company, right? So they become someone more trustworthy. So by maintaining good relationship with them, I'm also not scared to give a referral, right? I know the person from this company. He's my referral, and now he becomes a better person. The referral becomes reliable. Who knows, right? Yeah. So if you can't follow through with everyone, maybe follow through with some people first. Start small. Okay, so this is how you stand out. Okay, so you remember BRAND. So what is B again? Be interested. R? Resourceful. Find ways to help people. A? Authentic. Be real. N? Notoriously grateful. Okay, and D is diligent with follow through, right? So this is the key of how you portray a positive impression to people and how you stand out among the crowd. When other people find it so difficult to meet new people, follow up with new people, you do everything. You are special then, Rita? Right? A lot of business in advising.
Rita, personal brand is so strong.
Yeah, Rita personal brand is so strong. I need to switch position with you. You teach lah, you teach, okay? I give you the next module. Okay, just kidding lah. Okay, so now we are on the last section of module 3. Okay, it's called building rapport. Okay, so just now I asked what do you know about building rapport? Okay, so all of you say that you have not heard of the term rapport. Okay, so it's okay. Basically, as I mentioned, Okay, rapport is a very important part in whether personal branding or simply just building a positive first impression, because it is a relationship that you share with another person where you mutually understand each other, right? Their feelings, their ideas, right? Just think back about someone that maybe you are close with. Okay, there are some points in time where maybe you talk to this person, you can feel that as if you feel the person, what is going on in his or her mind at that point in time. So that is rapport. When people get in rapport, you feel the same thing as the person, or you generally agree with what they are thinking, right? So that is building rapport. So it is like a bridge, okay, that links two persons together subconsciously. Like you don't see it physically, but mentally you can feel like you are connected at a very deep level. And also when it comes to building rapport, it's about communication, okay? It's about building trust and empathy, right? So a lot of building rapport actually involves empathy, because you need both parties to be able to think like each other. Like in terms of how you think or even how you act, okay, you look like one another, at least at that point in time when you're communicating, right? So it's a two-way communication, right? It's an environment where genuine connections are formed, okay? So when you have a strong rapport with another person, if you have a conflict, it will be easily resolved, okay? If there is, let's say, an opportunity, you will be able to find ways to collaborate as well, right? Maybe like, let's say today, I feel like I want to start a new business. Then Rita is very good in consulting. Then suddenly when we talk, right? We got in rapport. Oh, we agree on a lot of things. Then we can start a company together. Then she is the consultant. I help her to find business. Okay, example. Okay, and also building rapport needs to come from a positive intent. Okay, it should not be one party maybe is malicious, like thinking of doing something bad to you. Like maybe, let's say, Sojong is going through some difficulties in life right now, and then she tells it to me, and all I think of is trying to take advantage of her situation. Yeah. All right, so then that is not positive intent. Okay, then in that case, I did not come from an angle where I want to help her, right? So if she feels bad about whatever that she is facing, if I want to build rapport with her, I want her to truly trust me. I need to put myself in her shoes and try to understand, right? I may not experience what she experienced, but I need to understand why she feels a certain way. Right, so to build rapport, okay, you can use like multiple techniques. Like for example, you can use empathetic language. Like for example, like someone tells you a problem, then you can say, "Oh, okay, it sounds like you are really worried. Okay, you went through something. Okay, or I can see it's as if this happened to you. Okay." Or you tell them, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that. And many people also felt the same way," right? Empathetic language. And you agree in terms of the emotion. You are agreeable with them in terms of the emotions. All right. So when you build rapport, okay, it's also one way of influencing another person, because as I said, okay, when you get in rapport with another person, conflicts are easier resolved. Okay, and then you are easier to come to a common solution, or maybe like it's easier for you to collaborate together, right? So it's also one of the techniques of influencing and commanding attention from other people, right? Again, be interested. You want other people to respect you, okay, or have give you the attention that you want or you deserve. You need to first show that, okay, I listen to you. I'm interested in what you are saying. Okay, so now I have another video for you guys. Okay, this video, again, there will be an exercise for your learning purposes. You will get this paper, each person take one piece. Again, there is a fill in the blanks activity. Okay, so when you watch the video, you will write your answer in the blanks. Okay, so everybody take one piece. Okay. Okay, start ah.
There is something that always works to get rapport, and that's something called matching and mirroring. The person who pointed out was Milton Erickson. He understood that you have both a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. And he knew the subconscious is more powerful. It's the part that makes your heart beat 100,000 times a day without having to think about it. And he began to notice something about human beings. That when human beings got together, if they got in rapport, relationship and responsiveness, they became like each other in a variety of ways. What he called they mirrored each other. And here's the basis of it. People like people who are like whom? Themselves. And people don't like people who are not like themselves. To be more specific, write this down. People like people who are like themselves or who are like how they would like to be. Now, if you want to be effective then, mirroring is so easy. We do it naturally, but here's the problem. Most people wait till they have enough words in common, and then they put the voice in common and the body in common. But words are only 7%, they don't work all the time. Breathing is very powerful, one of the most powerful. If you breathe at the exact same pace as another person, you will feel what they are feeling, period. But you got to be in the same location, the same tempo. And breathing is magnificent because it really hooks you to this person. You don't have to mirror everything someone does to have rapport. It's not like they lift their leg, you lift your leg, they lean forward, you lean forward, they sit back, you sit back. You don't have to do that. Although, believe it or not, you can do a lot of people not even notice. But for example, you can rapport just with the leg position and maybe the tone of voice. Because physiology is 55% of communication. If you're sitting there, let's say you cross your leg like this. Can I cross my leg like this while we're talking? Yes or no? It'll feel comfortable to you. So you start bouncing your foot like this, back and forth. Can I bounce my foot at the same tempo? If I do, you'll feel totally connected.
Okay, short video, that's it. Did you guys
Stop buying.
okay? Did you guys get the answers? Not really. Was he clear to you guys, like the way he speaks?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh, okay, right. Can I? Okay. Right. Let's discuss the answer. Okay. So what and what is something that always work to get rapport?
Is it a matching and mirroring?
Yeah, matching and mirroring, right? Mirroring. Okay. Match means you get in sync with another person. Mirror is like you copy the action of the person. Okay. And when human beings got in rapport, they become. That's not the answer. Sorry? Human being, you?
Likely.
Likely. And you? Do you get it? Like each other, right? In a variety of ways. Okay? So what it's saying is that when you and the other person, you got in rapport, you become like the same tempo, right? You become as if you are the other person. That's what it means. And people like people who are
Themselves.
anyone?
Mirror themselves. Yeah.
Sorry?
Alike.
Like themselves.
Like or alike.
Yeah, alike themselves. Okay. People like people who are like themselves. Okay, which means people like people who are similar to themselves, or who are like how they would
Like to be.
like to be. Yeah, exactly. So people will like people who are similar to themselves because they resonate with what you are thinking, resonate with what you will do. And they will also like people who are like who they would want to be. So if you aspire to be Obama, you will like someone like Obama. Okay, speaks very well, okay, controls the floor very well, and then everybody likes him, things like that. Okay, and most people wait until they have enough words in common, and then they put the
It's what too fast.
did not
for
get.
me. It's too fast.
Nobody? Okay. Most people wait until they have enough words in common, then they put the voice in common and the
Body.
body in common. But words are only, don't know. Okay, words are only 7%. They don't work all the time. Okay, so now you see how building rapport might not be what you think, right? So we always think that if you want somebody to agree with us, we have to either argue with the person or we have to say so much to the extent that we convince the person. That is not always the case. It's like the example that I showed you earlier. If I want to get you to agree with me on something, I nod my head. That is a verbal cue. That is a non-verbal cue. Similar to building rapport. Sometimes, a body language is more effective in convincing the other person or getting the person to agree with you rather than trying to say something. Okay, and also trying to say the right thing is quite difficult, because everybody thinks differently. Okay, so many people wait until they have enough words in common, then they put the voice in common, like meaning the tone and all that, okay, or the way they speak, and then the body in common. But words are in fact only 7%. They don't work all the time. If you breathe at the exact same pace as another person, you will feel what they are feeling. You don't have to mirror everything someone does to have rapport. For example, you can get rapport with just a leg position. Yeah, like for example, if the person leans forward, puts his legs forward, you look like him. You put the leg forward, or maybe like his leg is pointing towards you. And maybe he was like that talking to someone. Then when you come, he does this. So you do the same thing, just face him, or in fact, not just the leg position, right? Like other positions as well, like your hand position and all that, right? So you get in rapport with just the leg position and maybe tone of voice. Tone of voice. Because physiology is 55% of communication. Physiology means the actions of your body. Okay, so from here, Tony Robbins, you know who Tony Robbins is? This guy, his name is Tony Robbins. First time. Okay, I see. Actually, Tony Robbins, he is very famous. Maybe not much here, I'm not so sure, but he is very famous, at least in Western countries. What he does motivational speaking, right? And then also he is said to be very successful in business and things like that. Like he was like, it's a rags to riches kind of story. And you can try to find Tony Robbins, his name. Yeah. So he's also a thought leader. Like he advises people about how you interact with other people, how you do business or how you manage people in general. Yeah. Okay, so Tony Robbins, right? He says that he actually taught you a very good technique in building rapport. Yeah, building rapport means like making people like you, right? You don't need to say anything, you just act the same way as the person. Matching and mirroring. So whatever he does, the person that you're talking to, whatever that he do, you try to also do the same action as him. Yeah. Then he will feel like, oh, you are similar to me, right? You are like me. So I like people who are like me, things like that. Okay, so it's a technique rather than trying to convince them with words. You wanted to say something?
I mean, if I already know what the other person is trying to do, if I can do what you're trying to do, I think that would be very funny.
But mirroring and matching is not like you try to follow every single action of the person. It's just like it can be as simple as just one leg position or even like breathing. If you breathe at the same pace as the other person when they are speaking to you, it will feel as if you are in sync. That's the same. That's what it is saying. All right. Learn something today. Okay. Good. Okay. So when you what do you say?
Later, I'm gonna mirror Rita.
Gonna mirror Rita. Yeah. Next time you try when someone is telling you a concern or something, then you're like, Okay. Yeah. Actually, in fact, it's the same thing as giving the sounds that show that you agree. Like someone tells something, you're like, yeah, right. Yeah. So it feels like to a certain extent, you will be able to make the person feel like, okay, you understand what I'm saying, and you also agree with me, right? We are on the same side. Okay, so you are trying to get people on the same side as you when you build rapport. Okay, that is what it means, right? So when you are able to build rapport with the other person, you will be in a better position to influence the person, right? Personal branding is about trying to shape the perception or expectation of the person with you. So you want to influence what the person thinks about you, right? So when you build rapport with the person, you are in a better position to influence the person, right? Make them think what you want them to think about you. All right. And also, these people, they will be more accepting of your ideas, right? They will, because they already agree with you, right? So they are more agreeable with your ideas. Whatever you say, they think it will be, okay, this should be right. They can trust you. Okay. And also, like, if there is like anything that you plan to do together, okay, then they will also be more willing to accept you into their group. Okay, so how do we build rapport effectively? Basically, is to show genuine interest. Okay, you will notice that I keep repeating some of the points, right? Because those are the key points, whatever that I repeat, right? So if you want to build rapport, you need to be genuinely interested, right? Practice skills such as empathy, active listening, okay, and then also ask thoughtful questions, right? Ask questions that seem like maybe the person you're talking to, you care about them. Yeah, you are concerned about what they are doing, things like that, right? Ask thoughtful questions, okay, or ask helpful questions, right? So what we do is that we try to create a subconscious bond in our mind, right? A bonding with that person, but mentally, not physically, right? So mentally, you can feel that this person, they are with me. Okay. Okay, let's see what's the next one. Okay, so after telling you all these things, okay, maybe let's do a quick brainstorming. What are some of the other ways that you think can build rapport with another person in a conversation? What are some other things that you can do? Okay, other than breathing at the same pace, mirror the person.
Can repeat what the person just said.
Okay, repeat and re-emphasize what they already said. Okay. Any other ideas?
Share the same, like the same experience.
Share your same experience. Yeah. Okay. That also works. That also works. Yeah. Share a similar experience, right? Where appropriate. Okay. And then
You can share your feeling about that.
share. Yeah, that is like share your experience. Share your feelings. Show empathy. Okay. Use empathetic language. Okay. Some words are more empathetic than other words. Right. Don't try to say things all the time where you understand how the person feel. Like don't try to reduce saying like, okay, I understand what you're saying. I understand how you feel, because when it comes to empathy, the fact is nobody really understands what another person feel. The situation that he or she is encountering and what is going through in her mind or his mind right now is totally different from you. This is a fact, right? So you can't really say that you totally understand the person, but maybe what you can say that it sounds as if that you are, okay, I can feel that you are this. Yeah, empathetic language. Okay, any other ideas how you can build rapport? Okay, one of the ways is to say their name. Say the person's name, right? In fact, saying this name is also a thought in Dale Carnegie's book, How to Influence Friends and How to Win Friends and Influence People. There is a quote. Let me find a quote. Yeah. Dale Carnegie says that a person's name, okay, sorry, I missed it. Yeah. A person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Yeah. So when you speak to that person and then halfway through, maybe you say, hey, Sojong. Yeah. So you, again, you call out to the person, wake the person up or pay attention, like that. Okay. That's one function of it. And the other function is that, especially usually it works if the person's name is difficult or difficult to pronounce, difficult to remember, difficult to pronounce. The person will feel very appreciated because you remember my name and you're not trying to maybe like call me by a nickname or something like that. Yeah, it works all the time. Yeah, especially for Asian names, usually it's quite difficult to remember. Like we don't have names like Jenny, Richard, right? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people have problem with it. So if someone remembers your name and reads it correctly, most of the time the person will be very happy. Okay, this is a tip, not from me, from Dale Carnegie, the expert. Okay, so any other ideas that you think can build rapport? Any more? Any more, guys? Rita, can you help me to check the time? Okay, never mind. Let me do this. Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
It's important that you don't show so much. I mean, it's like it's like a magic that you have to make the listener curious about you. If you seem like for example, Ben is not interested to hear my story, but like we will not be able to build rapport if I'm telling you like something that you're not interested in. It's like a strategy to make you curious to listen to my story. Does that make sense?
Can you repeat that again for me?
So
Maybe in shorter sentence.
it's like you have to make the listener be interested in you, in your story, like as in a manner, in the way, in the art of language. Like, so
Okay.
you don't speak too much or show too much. Don't tell them everything that you know.
I see. Yeah. That is one technique that maybe in your elevator pitch you can use. Like some people, they introduce themselves. Like for example, I'm a writer and a mom, but I don't say what kind of writer I am. Maybe I'm a writer of a very famous novel, Harry Potter. Yeah. So they actually purposely left that hanging there so that people will ask questions like what writer for what, or like where and things like that. Yeah. But generally, if you are engaged in a conversation, we don't try to do that. Okay. Rather, because you see, it's actually for a lot of working professionals, they know that it's general courtesy that if someone share their info with you, you have to share it back. Right? Yeah. So you try to be interested in the other person. Like you ask, oh Ben, where do you work? Where are you from? Then Ben will have that sense to ask you back. How about you? Then that is the time where you can share your story. Okay. So don't force it onto other people. If you like to share, you try to make the person ask you lah.
So we have to learn how to ask the question also.
Yeah, actually, most part of it is really about asking questions, not so much about what you say.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So you have to know when to ask and what to ask.
Takes practice, and also might be different for some people. Like some people, they don't like to talk so much. It depends on the nature of the work. Like for example, CEOs, they don't like you to ask them questions, but they like to hear your story. Because every day, so many people ask them questions. Everything that is difficult, someone asks you, boss, how? Boss, how? They don't like to answer question. So they are tired of it already. But if, like, let's say there's one way that you can try next time. If you try to ask a person question, the person looks uninterested and then try to avoid you. Okay, maybe it's time to share about yourself. Maybe the person doesn't enjoy letting you ask questions, but generally speaking, most people are okay with questions. because it's easy to continue the conversation, right? You ask me something, I answer. Then you ask me again, then I answer. I feel comfortable. I feel safe, like that. For most people, anyway. Generally. Okay, so that is the end of module 3. Okay, so let's proceed to the break right now.